Change 2018 update 13. I'm going to guess.
So.
Hello, Will.
Hello, Jack. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm very well. Lisa isn't with us today.
No.
She's sent a representative.
Yes.
She's working away hard in the cafe.
Yes.
As we're recording this a day late because it was Lisa's birthday
Yesterday
as we're recording this.
So we felt we should celebrate, quite rightly. So yes, happy birthday, Lisa.
Happy birthday, Lisa, for yesterday. What are we going to be talking about this week? We are going to be talking about what we were going to talk about last week, the wonderful amount of surplus food that has been coming in and the change that supermarkets have made so we can have more food coming to us.
Yeah.
So, Will, take it away. What kind of stuff and how much are we getting?
Just to give you some idea of how much there has been in terms of change in the way that supermarkets and other food outlets have moved, is that back in the day when we started with Greggs was our very first one, and it took us quite a substantial amount of time and a couple of contracts to get it up and running, and it's been running for about 4 years.
To see our kitchens,
oh, that's right.
People came to inspect their
and that was
kitchens.
all quite right, but it was a heck of a sort of a hill to climb to get there. But we persevered because we kept being told it won't happen, and it did happen. And every week, our mate Dave, hi Dave, goes down and collects from 3 Greggs sites now in Stafford, and it was just the start of really what was the repurposing of their surplus food. And it started off with just bread, which is fantastic, and rolls, and now it's moved into sandwiches, cakes, and so it provided us with a really, really useful experience of working with surplus food. And then over the last couple of months, almost a year now, various different organisations have got on board, notably Tesco's, and they wanted to start thinking about zero wasting their entire food surplus from across the United Kingdom. That was massive news. So we got involved in that, and now on a regular basis we're collecting from 3 or 4 different Tesco's virtually every day of the week now, and it's a very, very sophisticated system. I get a text saying there are so many trays to pick up, and then Jim, if you're watching, hi Jim goes on a Monday, perhaps I'll go to another store on a Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we might go to another store. On the Friday we might get Louis and Tracy, hi if you're watching guys. So every day of the week is now filling up. On top of that, we then got in touch with Neighbourly, which is the organisation that manages the M&S surplus food. So we're now working with M&S, about the chicken connection with KFC and Nando's. Hi Lucy from Nando's and this good team at KFC. And so now every day of the week we're probably collecting or having delivered probably 3 or 4 different surplus food providers. So this whole shift from risk to actually positive risk management of the food, and we have all the trappings of the freezers that we have to keep food at a temperature, freezer bags, the whole thing, so there's no risk at any stage through the process. But I think what I've been impressed by is the willingness for the supermarkets to get behind this.
Over the Christmas period we had Aldi.
Hello Aldi, that was a huge, that was about £2,500 at retail of food. And again, they more and more firms are getting involved, more and more firms are realising that actually repurposing their food waste, which is very tightly managed. Don't get the impression from us that people are liberally dealing with surplus food in the stores. It's very precise process. So you will have had the chance to buy it on the the bargain shelf on a Thursday, Malcolm, if you're watching, and Bruce. So it's the stage where they've offered it to staff. So this is the last bit of sort of legs that it's got. So if you think about the volume that's coming in, I was talking to Louis during the week. We're getting enough to feed 120 people or more.
Well, and the good thing about it is it's all just about to go to where it's not
a lot
edible.
of fresh
so we have to use it. We have to use the fresh food. We have to use it all freeze, but we use it. So at the beginning of each week on a Monday morning, we have nothing. Apart from the chicken that's frozen in the freezer or whatnot, we have no fresh food whatsoever. By the end of the week, we have catered for 120 people, and we've got rid of all that food into people's stomachs. So it's a fantastic way of going, right, we don't need to buy anything. No.
So our overhead,
we're going to have food by the end of the week.
So our overhead in terms of food purchase is dropping dramatically,
and in fact, our menu is increasing.
Yeah, which it is all looks to be completely illogical, but that's the way it works.
Yeah.
We're also connected now with Pizza Hut, who are coming on board, which is fantastic. And I also had a conversation with Wells Farms about milk, yogurts. The thing that's really, really important is that for a lot of our friends, diet or the choice of food is not high priority, because they're living hand to mouth in a lot of cases, and choosing food as a luxury or having the enjoyment of the experience of diversity of food is just not on their radar.
And the quality of food.
And the quality. So we can give them really great food. Louis can make some fantastic soups. Folk are eating vegetables that they would otherwise have turned their noses up. So asparagus, for example, artichokes.
Oh yeah, some
and other exotics.
stuff.
I mean, this week we've picked up 35 pineapples. So the quality of food is sensational. The diversity of the offer is amazing. And as you said, Jack, the good thing is we're making food which is really, really good quality, absolutely fresh. We take great care. You know, we've got a cafe that's a 5-star listing. We have a lot of process and food hygiene training that goes on. So
I'm reading you in.
It's really there. Yeah,
spoken enough
yeah,
about it.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Will, very much for being on the sofa. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for the noises off, the banging and clattering that's been going along there. Please do join us next week. Don't forget to check out Hob News, which is over on YouTube. We're just about to record that, and that's a lot of fun, and that's all about the ongoings of House of Bread, so don't miss that if you want to know what's going on. We will see you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.